Kyle, 14 heroes in chocolate blue and gold this afternoon.
Yeah. What a game. I think you've just nailed it there. Heroes, immensely proud of the group. And look, it's probably the last time that I'm going to mention about what's been going on and changed, the way that we start trying to think as a playing group and just trying to get a little bit better as well. And I thought that first half, Jordan, was pretty perfect. We were up to 90%, of completion coming out of yardage. The way we ended our sets, I thought Lockie's kicking game was sensational in that first half, and we knew what we were going to face here today. A committed, desperate Dewsbury Rams side that had a lot of reasons to play for and not lose here today. But that, again, I'm going to focus on our players. Look, John, to do what they've done and to win with 14 in this competition, regardless of who you're playing or whatever, is pretty bloody tough. And that's exactly what I asked for. I asked for tough men in a tough situation, and we got it once again, didn't we? There is no doubt, there can be no question marks over the commitment of this group. Now, the challenge is look, we've got to go again next week against a very good York City Unites team, and but for now we're just going to enjoy this win. Look, there's bits in there I think we can fix. Second half, I didn't think we really. Again, we didn't get to the end of our sets well. We didn't really get any kind of field position whatsoever. But what we did do is we just had backs to the wall mentality, look, we seen it out. Dewsbury threw everything at us towards the end there, and the togetherness, the spirit, and the toughness and the commitment from each other was top notch. So absolutely delighted. We take the 2 points. We get a nice bus on the way back up to Cumbria, and we all continue to get around each other and love each other until the next game. So absolutely delighted, Jordan. And just want to make a special mention really for our fans who were brilliant. That last were brilliant all game, but that last 15-20 minutes when they could see the guys were out on the feet. We didn't even have a change at the end there. Kingy's copped a bit of a bang on the back of his knee. He thinks he'll be okay, but they saw us home there. And another mention is for me good old long ex-teammate and good mate of mine, Scott McAvoy, coming back in. I mentioned when I brought him in, 240 odd games for the club, 14 seasons, and it's those little lifts that we need. And my final message will be for next week. Talk about a lift. We need everybody in the town now to show the commitment that what our players have done and get behind this team, regardless of where or reasons why you want to watch rugby league or why you want to follow Whitehaven Rugby League. Forget what's gone on in the past, forget what's going in the future, and just get down to the wreck. Let's have a great Sunday afternoon, because you'll see a group that once again will be so proud to wear that shirt and continue to rip in. So I don't know about that, but for me, one of the reasons I watch rugby league is because of how tough it is. I was fortunate enough to play it for a long time, but again, my message to the fans is, get down, get behind these boys, because they are doing it all for the town. That's it. No other reason why they're doing it, all because they want to finish something this season, and we need to support that, and we need to champion that, and we need to be so positive about that, and let the boys feed off that next week.
Don't know where to go with that, Kyle, I'll be completely honest, but you've said earlier this week what you've been told about this group, what this group have got and what they've got. Mm-hmm. And despite whatever's gone on this week, this group has come together. You've mentioned on Thursday night you had a fun as you can training session. You didn't want, everyone wasn't there that you wanted there, but they've gone out today. You said when we spoke for the radio beforehand that they could see some dark places out there this afternoon. They might have done, but they've come through it. They've got the 2 points at the end of the day. Yeah,
and I think what was most pleasing, mate, was we had to weather the storm for 20 minutes, and then we broke them with back-to-back tries. And then from then on, you could just see the players started to believe and started to sort of, we nailed one or two things that I wanted to do today, but there was some other areas as well. And look, again, I don't want to be critical, but my job is to to help this group in terms of bigger games that are going to come. Bigger games similar to this, i.e. in the table of who we're going to play, and we have to nail those moments. And, you know, I thought for the large periods today that we did, but thankfully that first half was right up there and as good as you can see. And we managed to post points, and essentially George just held on for that. We're going to be challenged next week, but for now, looking forward to getting back on the long bus trip home with them.
You mentioned obviously the long bus trip home. Obviously, it's going to be one you can enjoy, and you don't. As you mentioned, you don't want to be too critical, but you also then can't be too jubilant. And I say that in the nicest way possible, because there is still the rest of the season.
Of course, it is. You know, look again. You know, I'm not gonna. I've been in the game too long to know that 5 games is an awful long time in rugby league. If anything, this week showed us that 24 hours is an awful long time in rugby league. But it's important to enjoy the moments, because if you don't enjoy them, you know, why you're playing the game. So we'll enjoy this, but we'll get ready to go to work again. And look, that's what me and Macca are trying to do. We're trying to create an environment that's fun, that's upbeat. But ultimately, again, I want to try and sprinkle a little bit of dust of what I've learnt in my playing career, and just for the games that are coming. You know, we've got habits that we can sort of improve on, and I'm talking about, you know, little effort areas in the game that if we can get that right, then I've no doubt, given the quality that I've seen and the togetherness, then we can do something really special. But you're right as well to reference that, you know, I'm not going to get carried away. I'm going to enjoy this win. I'm going to enjoy it like a player. You know, I might even have a beer or two, George. But we'll be happy and we'll go again.
One final message, and you've already alluded to it, is obviously we only have 2 home games left. One of them is next Sunday at home to York. This town needs to come.
It does. You're right, and in the grand scheme of things, we're up against it. York, again, I spoke about how we've got the toughest running, I think, in the competition, i.e. what we're fighting for. That's one ticked off. York come with plenty to play for themselves. So look, me and Macca will digest it, and we'll look to find our reasons why. But for now, let's just enjoy this one.